So I've said this before and I'm gonna say it again here now, okay? Anyone who has cut the cord needs to have a good over-the-air antenna at home so you can watch all that sweet free TV. What, you haven't heard me say that before? Fine, but it's still true, okay? In any event, that brings us to today's little toy, the Amazon Fire TV Recast. So what the heck is this thing and why would you want it? Let's skip all the chit chat, go do it right now. All right, here come the basics. So this big plastic box is, in fact, the Amazon Fire TV Recast. It's basically a TV tuner, or actually several TV tuners, and a hard drive. So you plug in an antenna, scan for the channels, hook it up to your network, and then you're able to watch over-the-air TV. Now, if you think that sounds a lot like HD Home Run or Tableau or Air TV, you're right. And if you're also thinking that at $229 or $279 it's pretty expensive, you're also right. Now before we go any further, one big caveat here, and that is the Recast only works with Amazon Fire TV. That means the dongles, that means the sticks, that means the Fire TV app on your phone or tablet. What it does not work with is the Amazon Prime Video app on Apple TV or Roku or Android TV. It also doesn't work in a browser or also on Chromebooks, obviously. But I tell you, if you're way into Amazon Fire TV, that is, you only do Amazon Fire TV and you don't deal with Roku or any of that, it's gonna work pretty well for you, even if it isn't all that inexpensive. So let me walk you through it some more. So setup is pretty simple here, okay? First you need an antenna. I prefer mine outside, it just works better that way. And then you need to get the cable from the antenna inside to your Recast somehow. I'm gonna leave that up to you. Now this is the part where I tell you I initially tried to hook things up with Ethernet running into the Recast, and I had a little bit of a hard time getting it to talk to my phone or even the Fire TV out here in the living room. Once I unplugged that and I hooked everything up through Wi-Fi separately, it all worked pretty well. So your mileage may vary, it just kind of sucks that that's still a thing in 2018. Anyway, yeah, plug everything in, scan for channels, and then you just start watching TV. It's pretty straightforward. And it's a pretty easy experience on the phone. All the channels are listed right there exactly where you would expect them to be. Now on a Fire TV device though, it took me a minute to find them. Oh, there they are down there. Now you get a preview of what's on and the guide is all the way to the left. And it looks pretty good and it's fast and it's actually really well done. Now this being Alexa and Amazon and all that, yes, you can also use your voice. In fact, you can use your voice for all sorts of things. To tell Alexa to tune to a certain channel or watch a certain show, start and stop recordings, you know, that sort of thing, if that's how you roll. That said, that's kind of not how I roll. I hate talking to these things. I'm just gonna use the remote. Hey, by the way, it's worth taking a spin through the settings as well. This is where you're gonna set up if you want it to record, say, a minute or two before a show comes on, or if you want it to run long, a minute or two, just so you make sure you catch everything. You can also control how many recordings you wanna keep on the hard drive, and it's all pretty obvious stuff, but it's good to know, so take a minute and go through that. Well, this all works, and it works pretty well, but there's gotta be a catch, right? So, yeah, okay, I've got a few nits to pick. First, remember that there are two versions of the Recast. So you get two tuners and a 500 gigabyte hard drive for $229, or you can get 4 tuners and a 1 terabyte hard drive for a whopping $279. But even for all that money, you can only watch simultaneous shows on 2 devices at the same time. It'll be recording up to 4 things in the background, but you can only watch on 2 TVs. For me, that's kind of a non-starter in my house, especially when we're entertaining and say football's on. Now it's always going to record whatever show you happen to be watching at the time, and that's actually kind of cool because it lets you pause and fast forward and rewind and stuff like that. But the limitation is 2 simultaneous shows on 2 devices, and that's it. Now the other thing is that the video that you're watching gets transcoded and actually downgraded to a lower resolution. So if you're watching something on the TV in 1080i, it's going to get transcoded down to 720p. That makes it easier to stream over your network, and that's what things like Tableau do as well. So it's not out of the ordinary, but it's absolutely noticeable when you're watching on a big TV. If you're watching on a phone, you might not be able to tell as much, but it's the sort of thing that just kills me when I'm out here watching on the big screen. So, should you buy the Amazon Fire TV Recast? Maybe. Okay, look, you have to be way in on Amazon Fire TV to even start this discussion. If you use Roku or Apple TV or anything else other than Amazon Fire TV, stop. Go watch another one of my videos. They're all really good. Second is that, again, you're limited to 2 simultaneous screens, even if you're recording up to 4 things at once. So I can't have the TV on here in the living room, watching something else out on the porch, and somebody else is watching something in a bedroom at the same time. It just won't do it. 2 screens, 2 screens only. Now, that's not to say that Amazon has a bad product here. The Recast is actually really well done. You just have to A, be way in on Amazon Fire TV, and B, be okay with that 2 screens at the same time sort of thing. If you need more than that, you're gonna wanna look elsewhere. Me, I would probably either go for Tablo if you still need to record things over the air, or if you don't, go for HD Home Run because you can get the quad that has up to 4 streams, and you can daisy chain them and have even more and watch all the things at the same time. So that's it. Amazon Fire TV Recast, for me, it's a maybe, and it's an expensive maybe at that. If you have any more questions about the Recast, hit me up, Twitter, socials, all that stuff. Leave them down in the comments. That's always a great place as well. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit little notification bells where there are such things so you can see all the new videos we're bringing to you. Got some really cool stuff coming up. Thanks again for watching. See you later.